Now, this is, I don't know what to make of this because, I mean, we seem to have a communal way of life with our landlord, with our tenants. People seem to live in environments where one person can offer advice to the other person in cases of conflicts like this. And then we have peace at the end of the day. But let's look at this. First of all, the landlord felt it's late at night already. Instead of me allowing you two to continue this fight and drama where one person might end up being hurt or being wounded, let's intervene by let her sleep in my family house for the night, and then by tomorrow we know what to do about it. First of all, you think that was the right decision by the landlord in trying to resolve the conflict between a couple?
Well, you know, our country is a funny place. Normally, like you said, we have a communal life in Nigeria. We live together. Whether landlord or tenant, we have this communal existence. Where there's crisis, we intervene. Even in my own compound recently, it also happened between the husband and the wife. The other tenants, including myself, we all went in to separate the two of them so that there should be no injury or calamity. So that is our way of life. So the landlord in that regard, I think he has done well because whatever happened, if he did not intervene, we still rub on him as a landlord. That while this thing was happening, what did you do? You know, but the young man went too far. He took the matter too far. Maybe he was suspecting the landlord that you took my wife into your house. So by that midnight, they want to see whether the landlord is actually free. You know, some of these young men can be very funny. Well, every crime has a due punishment. So whatever that is due for that kind of punishment, he should go for it. Otherwise, I don't see anything there. You are fighting and you have somebody who comes to rescue you. The person is at that moment supposed to be your God. Because the little misunderstanding you have with your wife does not end the marriage. But some people, where they have little conflict with their wife or with their husband, they behave as if the marriage has ended. So they want to kill, they want to do all sorts of things. It's bad. People should be matured to get married. You don't just jump into marriage, because when you see some of these things, they look as if people who went into marriages, they are not matured in terms of reasoning and thinking. Otherwise, if you are fighting with your wife, somebody came to separate you, you should leave it at that level. Until after all, the next day we still call it my wife, we still call her my wife, oh, my sweetie, or my love, or my whatever name you call yourself. You know? So you must not allow anger to go too far. And if anger will go too far, it will come to an extent you begin to regret your action. And as it is now, I think the young man is regretting his action. Because where he is now, I am sure he's not enjoying himself there.
Yeah, obviously, I totally agree with you. And now, I've seen this trend. I mean, even while I was growing up, I know my grandmom will always tell us most times that those who often try to make peace end up being victims of the circumstance. And that's exactly what we are seeing here. You think this is going to deter people from making peace? Because most times I hear people say, well, you don't intervene in a couple's fight. You don't intervene when a husband and wife are having their issues. They settle naturally. You don't try to intervene. This is someone trying to come in. Let's not have this issue escalate into something we cannot handle. You think this is going to deter people from trying to make peace in situations like this?
Well, we are religious people, apart from being civil, living in a civil community where we have responsibility towards one another. As Christians that we claim we are, our Master Jesus said we are peacemakers. Right. Is it not? So because one man is injured because he tried to make peace and you will not make peace again, then you are not following your Master. Then your Christianity is vain. You know? So we must continue to make peace. Apart from Christianity, the love of neighbor should be there. People living together. Like I was living somewhere some years ago. Two brothers and their two wives, they were having these issues and, not good, we're not good. Every time we're not good, we're not good. That's what they say, we're not good. I said, this thing you people are doing, you people are behaving like children. And these are just adult, matured men, matured women. When you want to go there, we're not good. When you want to do one thing, oh, we're not good. Every time we're not good in the compound. That's what we hear. Then I was just, I was doing youth service then. You know, so we're not good, we're not good. There was a day, the senior, that's the elderly one, the first one had the issue outside with some boys, and they were chasing him. He was running back home. Now, the next available room that he ran to enter was the room of we're not good.
Okay.
He went and jumped into that house, and with that woman, they say we're not good. From behind, they closed the door, and they were pushing the door, trying to lock the door from inside, while the boys who came were trying to force the door open. But they successfully closed the door, locked it from inside. These young men tried to open, they could not succeed, and they left. At the end of the day, I said, we're not good. What happened today?
We are finally good.
We are finally good. So you don't take certain issues too far.
Yeah.
We must live like human beings that God created us to be. You can get angry, but you don't need to extend anger too far. And that's the mistake a lot of persons are doing. You can get angry with somebody, but over time, the person can still be your helper tomorrow. So that is the way I look at it. So somebody cannot say that because the landlord is injured, I better go, let me not be the next victim. It's not a good way of thinking. So we must, anyway, where you are trying to separate people, you must know how you position yourself, especially where arm is involved. When there's cutlass or where bottle and all that, you know how you play yourself. You didn't just put your neck, say because you are separating fight. So that's just my little advice as far as that issue is concerned.